抱怨我们每天都有作业不良的一些动作。
还有我们的温度旋钮、蒸汽旋钮这些东西的话，
不要笑。连着，你到他后面去，然后你们那边四个刚好，你到这一排过来。好，或者说我们现在的燃料，在我们2B 班对这一块最头痛的。每次我们做75622，如果没人说，好，结果的不良品是堆的一大堆的，是乱堆的，这还不管。最头痛的就是没有不良标签。那么积压以后，就跟我们不良品混在一起，或者说有人来帮你的时候，不知道，嘣嘣嘣，题目干下去了。好，我是人，我不是神仙，我一个人，你们这边有20几个人，甚至30个人。到退料的时候，好，我们品管有抱怨过很多次，在我们2B 班的一个习惯就是这样。
跑过去是对回来，跑过去就没问题啊，不能跑进去。就像我们在生产的时候，原来他们以前的一些做法。
别人住的厂的人不可以来收，是由我们清洁工，由我们清洁工，他们自己来收。
That's good. Hey, Noah, marching them all down here is fantastic because I lose them down at the other end anyways. So you want the foreground to be full.
When looking at China, I was looking at that place where all these materials coalesce. So they're coming in from all around the world. Iron ore, and aluminum, and wood, all these things that China has very little of. And then these factories are this place where all these materials get formed into products and sent back out around the world.
首先呢，欢迎你们来产品呢销往全球60多个国家和地区。它的产品的覆盖从电源端到末端的低压保护用电器，主要有 TSM1 智能万能式断路器，还有 TSM21 束壳式断路器， TSM 系列小型断路器，还有 TSY 电容保护器。
我叫谭艳芳。
你这工作多长时间
？6年了。一天要是不加班的话，可以装400只。
TSM 系列小型断路器。其外壳使用目前国际上性能最优良的材料，从荷兰进口的增强阻燃 PI66注射成型而成。它的产品呢，主要有就是一个，对不起，不太那个，我觉得很紧张了。这样子，我能不能拿一个资料啊？
再仔细一点，但现在太多了。别人说你们还要讲，都不听，都不想干。
The other aspect of what's happening in China is that a lot of the recycled materials that are collected here are being taken to China by ship. That's cube metal. This is armatures, electrical armatures, where they're getting the copper and the high-end steel from electrical motors. 50% of the world's computers end up in China to be recycled. It's referred to as e-waste there. And the way they recycle is that they actually heat up the boards, and with pairs of pliers, they pull off all the components. They're trying to get all the valued metals out of those components. But the toxic smells, when you're coming to a town that's actually doing this kind of burning of the boards, you can smell it a good 5 or 10 kilometers before you get there. I'm not usually known for portraits, but I couldn't resist on this one where she's been through Mao and she's been through the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution, and now she's sitting on her porch with this e-waste beside her. It's quite something. Inspired by nature, that's the theme here, and I think, quite frankly, that's where I started. I had a bit of an epiphany being lost in Pennsylvania, and I took a left turn trying to get back to the highway, and I ended up in a town called Frackville. And I got out of the car and I stood up, and it was a coal mining town, and I did a 360 turnaround, and that became one of the most surreal landscapes I'd ever seen, totally transformed by man. And that got me to go out and look at the largest industrial incursions that I could find. And that became the baseline of what I was doing. I guess in the back of everybody's mind, if you think of extraction industries, that we all know that stuff comes from somewhere, but we're disconnected from that. So my images brought those landscapes into our consciousness. And for about 10 years, I explored that kind of landscape through quarries and mines, nickel or copper or iron ore, and ones that had been going on for long periods of time, so that the evidence of that accumulated taking in one frame, you can show the dimensions of our extraction in the landscape.
So right, higher, a bit higher. There we go. Okay.
不能在这分好之后怎么样？就是把它打碎吗？打碎。都要打碎啊。打碎了。
如果那一气放下
是吧？
好了。
And one of the towns that was the most notorious for
like it.
At one point I was shooting a mine, and it was a silver mine.
Okay, it's a little dark.
I arrive in my car made out of iron, filled with gas. I pull out a metal tripod and grab film that's loaded with silver and start taking pictures. So everything that I'm doing is connected to the thing I'm photographing. Looking at these ships in Bangladesh, the connection was clear. At some point, I probably filled a tank of gas from the oil that was delivered by one of these tankers.